All right, here we go. Test. 1, 2. That's right. Fuck yeah, my dirty dogs. Fuck yeah, my dirty dogs. Fuck yeah, my dirty dogs. Here we are. Fock Yeah, what is going on? You are listening to the Fock Yeah Nation Podcast, my broadcast. Broadcasting version 2.0, my 2-point bro. August 29th, 2021 is the day I'm recording, or evening, morning, recording in kind of the later hours. This is the Fock Yeah Nation Podcast. We're coming back. I guess this is 2.0. I'm your host, the cast man, Evan Cassidy. I'm here in Orange County, California, where I'm from. And, you know, if you haven't heard the previous episodes of the Fock Yeah Nation Podcast, it's all about Fock Yeah vibes, positive vibes. You know, I speak with a little bit of the local dialect, the Orange County, Huntington Beach Creole dialect. And yeah, we try to have a good time. We talk about all sorts of things, you know, but I do stand-up comedy, or at least, you know, I've been doing it for 10 years, and I'm back doing it again the last 3 months. You know, was still doing it here and there, was podcasting the past year, but there was a little bit of a break with the Dirty Cove. We had, you know, COVID shutting down shows for a long time, and as of back in May, I started hosting a bunch of my shows again, and yeah, you know, around that time, I took a break from doing this podcast a little bit. I was busy. I was out there performing a bunch, and just got a little sidetracked. You know, I had been. Things had been so weird for so long, and there was a brief return to normalcy back in May, you know, May and June. I mean, May and June was crazy. I was doing a couple shows, 3-4 shows a week. They were, you know, live stand-up shows. Went up to Fresno, sweet Fresno, the 559, Central Valley, Central California. Went down to San Diego, did shows out in the desert, the high desert, and it was fun. It was amazing. There was this feeling of gratitude, you know, just being grateful to be back up there and be out seeing people, you know. And I remember sometime kind of maybe mid-July, I remember one show I was at, one of the comics on stage made some kind of comment like, now that COVID's over. And there was this feeling, I had this feeling like it's the, you know, the end of the first act in the movie, you know. We had just gone through the pandemskis, and everybody was like, it's over now. And it was almost like in that moment, there was like everything froze, and the camera zooms in on someone in the back coughing like, and you know, the protagonist is like, oh damn dude, I don't know if it is over. And sure enough, the Dirty Delta has been out there, man. It's been crazy. Hope everybody's staying safe and staying healthy. Man, you know, it really put a damper on the summer. You know, summer was pretty Fock Yeah. And it's kind of been dipping into the Fock maybe to Fock no. But you know, you try to keep a positive outlook on everything. And I don't know. You know, let me know in the comments. Has 2021 been Fock Yeah or Fock no in general, you know? there were some Fock No moments for me, and then it got pretty Fock Yeah for a little, not a little sliver, but I'd say a sizable portion of the summer, and we're still having a good time. Some of us are taking certain precautions. Some people certainly are not. But I think I'm going to be podcasting a lot more. I think I'm going to put more thought and effort. Those listeners, it seems like we've gained some listeners to the Fock Yeah Nation podcast. I've been in these past 3 or 4 months where I haven't put out an episode. I've been looking at the numbers, and the nums have been going up. I don't know who it is. Write me, fockyeahnation@gmail.com. Yeah, I did a few episodes under the name Cast a Wide Net. I kind of tried a little rebrand for a moment, and then I just got really sidetracked doing those live shows. I got pretty pre-Foccupied with that for a minute, and so I kind of stopped putting out episodes. And then I thought, we're gonna go back to the Fock Yeah. Except some of you may have noticed. I don't know if anybody noticed, but I changed the spelling rather, of the podcast, my Instagram, the branding a little bit, the spelling of yeah. Before I was spelling Fock Yeah, the yeah and Fock Yeah, Y-A. And I recently changed it to Y-E-A-H. And I still have the old handle. I don't post on there anymore. And all the videos we've posted, it's all saved under Fock Yeah, And I don't know that anybody's really noticed, but the original spelling, Fock Yeah, Y-A, it seemed to make sense at the time. I was making merch. I was getting merch embroidered. And I guess in my mind, I was getting hats with Fock Yeah stitched on it. And I guess in my mind, I thought, the less letters, I'll probably save money. Less letters, And, in the spirit of just, word economy, letter economy, saying more with less words and less letters, I thought, spell it Y-A. Yeah is kind of a slang. I feel like there's different ways to spell yeah. Back in the day on AOL Instant Messenger, AIM, I'd be spelling yeah, Y-A, Y with 3 A's, 7 A's, Y-A, Y-E-A, Y, all sorts of different ways. Y-E-A-H, Y-E-A with like 3 H's, But so I went full bore. I went full Fock Yeah with the spelling Y-A, Fock Yeah. But every once in a while, someone would say, they would think it was pronounced Fock Yeah, like Fock Your Nation. And I thought, well, that's a little strange. It seems pretty obvious to me that it's Fock Yeah. It's Fock Yes. It's an affirmation. I'm putting out positivity. I'm not saying Fock Your Nation. I don't even know what that would mean. But over the years, I'd say a sizable number of people have interpreted that spelling that way, which maybe makes a lot of sense. It didn't make sense to me at the time, but I'd say a good 2 out of 3 people that read Fock Yeah spelled Y-A, Fock Yeah Nation spelled Y-A, think it means Fock Your Nation, which is very Fock No. Or the implication of that is very Fock No. Just saying Fock Your Nation, I don't even know what that would look like. As like a political statement of some sort. I don't know. Like, I don't know if people think it's like some type of like xenophobia thing, like like Fock other nations, wherever your nation is, Fock it, or like an imperialist thing. Yeah, like we're going to go colonize, imperialize, I don't know. Or it's like some type of like anarchist Antifa, like it seems like people who read it as Fock Yeah Nation, Fock Your Nation, it's almost like they always think it means whatever the opposite of their, like if they're a Trump person, they think it's an Antifa thing. If they're an Antifa person, they think it's a Trump thing, and then every once in a while you get some hard lunatic, who's like, oh yeah, Fock Yeah Nation, I like that. And you're just like, ugh. I don't know if it's some type of like political theorist, like classical political theorist type person who's like, Fock Yeah Nation, like they think it's some type of like, yes, the concept of the state, the Western idea of the notion of the state is so limiting. We need more complicated forms of government or I don't know. But that's not what it means. Fock yeah. Fock Yeah Nation. It means fuck yeah, dude. It's like, it's positivity. It's not making a political statement of any sort or political theoretical statement. So I changed it. I don't know. And yeah, I don't know if the Fock Yeah Nation diehards are bummed out by that or not. No one has really seemed to notice it. So I don't know. No one has complained. But I think the way I spell it now, Fock Yeah, Y-E-A-H, I think it's a more Fock Yeah way to spell things. You know what? There's kind of a symmetry there too. Fock, Fock is 4 letters. Yeah is 4 letters. There's kind of a, I don't know, some type of, the math is there. The math makes sense. The symbology. But yeah, I've always been intrigued when people think it means Fock Yeah Nation. I just want to be like, what do you think that means? What does that look like? I don't know that I don't know that it's a good look. Fock Yeah Nation. That's a really loose-knit, wild group of folks. the Fock Yeah Nationers. They're wild, man. I don't know what they're about. I don't know that. I'm not about that. I know that I'm not about that. Yeah, I'm kind of generally like a pretty open person to, other nations being like, oh, hey, what are you about? What's your nation about? Not being like, oh, dismissive of nations. So, yeah, man. I changed the spelling. I don't know. So this kind of Fock Yeah Nation 2.0, it's adjusted and busted. I think whatever the one people had suggested changing the spelling over the years, and I think I was hesitant because I sort of feel like whatever you do, whatever you put out there, you have to you're going to get criticism. That's just part of the vulnerability of being out there. Putting yourself on any type of platform to where people could discover you and consume whatever type of product you're creating, whatever type of content you're creating. And so, you're going to get you're going to get feedback, you're going to get criticism. And I think it's always good to hear people out when they anybody that's looked at what you've made and has feedback for you, it's great. I mean, if you're getting millions of comments, you just don't have the sheer you don't have the time. You don't have the time to, read all of them, but skim through them maybe. I mean, if you're getting millions of comments, you might not want to skim through. You might want to skim through any of them. But I think, different peers that you respect, or even people that you don't respect, just hearing different sides of what you're putting out there is good. And people are going to tell you what you're doing sucks. They're going to tell you you should do it a different way, and they might be right. What you're doing might suck. It might not be good. But I don't know. I think there's a way to sort of accept criticism without losing sight of what you want to do and what you want to achieve. And bottom line, I think like if you're getting the feedback from the same feedback from 2 out of 3 people. Like, hey, the spelling of your podcast and your Instagram is very confusing. If almost 70% of the population is in agreement on that, might be good to consider that. Any way you spell something or phrase something or word something, people are gonna suggest, why are you called Green Day? Why don't you be called Blue Day? Now it's probably now going to be like, well, why didn't you spell it Y-E-A? I thought about that though, but I feel like, Fock, Y-E-A, that's almost, people might think that means Fock Yeah Nation. And then some people might hear that and they, oh, are you saying Fock Kanye? I'm a Kanye fan. How dare you? Or, oh, I like Kanye. Yeah, I'm Fock Yeah Nation. I'm a fan of some of Kanye's work. So, I'm not Fock Yeah Nation. I'm pro Yeah Nation. I don't know, man. It feels good being back though. Back podding. I'm gonna go through some other topics. I don't know. This is kind of just a short return to form. I'm probably gonna put out some solo sods like this. I'm probably gonna have some guests on at some point. I was doing the Cast a Wide Net episodes. I think because it's a little confusing mixing the two together in the same feed, I'm going to throw those episodes up. I'm going to backlog those on Patreon. Follow me on Patreon, patreon.com/castdigital. If you want to hear some Patreon exclusive content, subscribe. Those are going to be up there. You're only going to be able to hear those on Patreon from now on. Those couple episodes I did in March, April, May. So check that out there. What else is happening? A big thing recently is the recall in California. People have been banging on about that. It's happening September 14th. I'm not super. I don't really like to get too political. But I've been reading about the recall. There was a recent article where it showed Gavin. Like Gavin's he's getting out there. He's trying to do some recon to kind of put out a positive image. There's obviously a huge problem of homelessness in California. And so there's a picture of Gavin sweeping up around some type of homeless encampment, I guess. And it's funny, the angle, his posture, like, he's got this way. He doesn't have the posture of someone that's done a lot of sweeping. Let's just say that. Not that I probably have the best technique myself, but he's pushing the broom so far out away from his body. It's like he's like, oh, I want to get that trash as far away from me as possible. But yeah, I don't feel super strongly about this recall one way or another, but I'm going to vote yes on the recall. I think we got to switch things up. I don't know. I'm not going to tell you what candidate to vote for. But I think we need to recall the Gav dog. We got to get the Gav dog out of here. And I'm sorry. I don't know if I have any Gav diehard fans. I know I kind of look like I run Gavin Newsom's campaign. So this might be shocking for some of you to see and be like, I thought that would be hard to be. I don't know anybody that feels strongly pro Gavin Newsom. I think there's some people that are like, well, I'm a Democrat, he's a Democrat, and so I'm going to support him because he's a Democrat, but they don't necessarily love the guy. I don't know Gavin Newsom personally, so maybe if I chilled at the French Laundry with the Gavster, I might be sold. I'm like, dude, if you kick back with Gavin at the French Laundry, man, dude, That guy's just cracking jokes, man, the whole time. I don't know. I was talking about this on stage the other day. I feel like the French Laundry incident was really the catalyst for this whole recall thing. And I think it's because just the image of it, the image of him kind of breaking his own strict quarantine rules at a place, specifically, it's the name of the restaurant, the French Laundry. You know, it's such an un-American name. And no hate to the French. You know, I'm part French. I'm pro-français. I speak French. Je parle français. Not a lot of people know that. I speak it. Je parle français couramment. Couramment. I used to do a French language podcast with my buddy, Eric Lampere. Shoutouts. Lampere. So I got no beef, no boeuf, as they say, with no LaBeouf. No, I have no Shia LaBeouf with the French people. Okay. But I feel like it's just such a, you know, it's such a bougie sounding restaurant of a certain class of people. You know, like I do feel like if Gavin had been spotted not wearing a mask at the Outback Steakhouse, I feel like this recall would have never happened. You know, like I feel like even the Trump supporters would be like, well, you know, you can't wear a mask at the Outback Steakhouse. It's just not American, you know? Come on. What's it? I mean, if he had gone there wearing a mask at the Outback Steakhouse, they would have maybe been pissed about that. Let me know in the comment section, you know, and let's keep it classy. Let's keep the discourse civil. Are you Fock Yeah or Fock No for the recall? You got to vote before September 14th. So let me know in the comment section. Are you Fock Yeah or Fock No for the recall? I'm getting the feeling that everybody is pretty Fock Yeah. Though, you know, I've been in Orange County mostly. Been mostly in Orange County lately. So I don't know. But I don't really get the sense up in LA, up in the Bay Area, areas that might have different political leanings that people are very pro-Gav. So I don't know. Let me know in the comment threads. Are you Fock Yeah or Fock No for the recall? I want to talk about some Fock Yeah moms. I had a Fock Yeah moment recently. I was hanging out with we did a show at La Cave. Shout outs. I was hanging out with the boys, Tom Goss, Connor McSpadden, Opie, Damian Holmes. You know, we all kind of started out doing stand-up together here in Orange County. And it was just one of those moments, you know, we were all kicking back. It felt like 2014, 2013. You know, it really took us back. And we used to do those venues back then. And so we were all hanging out. And, God, yeah, and I left, and I was like, oh, we should have taken a picture. And that's something I've thought about in this past year. You know, I've spent time at home looking through my phone, looking at pictures that I had taken from this past year, and you know, and I really appreciated having those photographic memories to look at, or photographs. I guess they're just photographs, and they elicit a memory, but. Yeah, that's one thing. And the other night I was like, man, we should have taken a picture. You know, I think like sometimes there is an element of vanity in taking a bunch of selfies, and there's something somewhat. It comes across as a little narcissistic, maybe posting a ton of pictures of yourself, and to some extent, it's just downright. I don't know, downright maybe dangerous, or I don't know. You don't want to be you don't want to be posting pictures of your geolocation, posting your bank account numbers. You don't want to be putting all your personal life out there to everybody at every second of every day. I will say that. I take a lot of pictures that I don't, I'm not posting them all, but I do have them there to kind of look back and cherish and share with other friends and loved ones, friends. And yeah, I know there's some people that have this kind of punk rock, like just be in the moment, man. What are you doing? What are you doing? Taking a bunch of pictures. Actually, I have a memory of being at a show. I was watching this band play, Toys That Kill. I was seeing them around that same time, maybe 2014. That was just around the time that I started getting better smartphones that took better pictures, And so I remember I went to take a picture of the band, Toys That Kill. I used to see them when I was a teenager in high school, and I have a bunch of great memories of seeing them, at local punk rock venues. And yeah, I wanted to just capture that. And this guy, this sort of like friend of a friend was there, who I remember made some comment, some kind of snarky comment, like, "Oh, like just watch this, just be in the moment, just watch the show, man. Like everybody takes so many pictures, man." Which, that's the kind of guy you want to hang out with, by the way. The guy who's calling you a piece of shit to your face. I respect that. I do respect the balls it takes just to say, "Hey, you're a piece of shit for living the life. You're a piece of shit for living your life the way you're living your life." And I'm gonna say that to you and look you dead in the eye. All right. I respect it as chutzpah. Yeah, you kind of went on this like coke-addled. That was the other thing about was I was standing next to this guy for the entire show, and I'm pretty straight edge. I don't know if I want to claim that. I don't know if I take it back to high school and claim that, but these days I'm not drinking, I'm not doing drugs. I have a little green tea, but I've never done cocaine. So when people are doing cocaine, which not that I'm around people doing cocaine a lot, but I did go to college. I remember in college, like randomly, like out of nowhere, I'm like, you just think people are playing like some type of board game, and then you're like, oh wow, there's like powder on the table, So if I'm around that type of stuff, it sometimes takes me a minute to register that, oh, that person's doing hard, illicit, illegal substances, And so this guy was doing cocaine right next to me, and he was by himself at a punk show doing cocaine. I guess that's a way people do it, but this guy who was snorting cocaine next to me was telling me, that's kind of a coke rant. I don't know. I don't know that I should really take his argument on its merits all that much, but yeah, he was kind of shaming me, kind of criticizing me, going back to critics. He was kind of criticizing me for taking a picture, which that's my thing. I think it's, like I said, I think it's great to take, if there's a memory you want to capture. You don't want to totally always be looking at your phone and never taking your eyes off your phone. Never experiencing reality. I say this as I'm staring straight into a camera and talking straight into a microphone. But I'm not doing this all the time. I haven't done this in 3 months, man. But yeah, you don't want to always be glued into social media, glued into your phone. You don't want to, miss certain experiences. But yeah, take a picture. When you're with your friends. Snap one picture when you're with your buddies having a good time on a good night, not to get too real, but we've lost a lot of people in the past 18 months, and so yeah, capture those moments. Capture those moments, man. What a piece of shit that guy was. Being like, you're not in the moment, whilst taking a mind-altering substance to take him out of the moment. Though I guess that guy is the in the moment guy. He's doing a drug that's putting him very in the moment. Though arguably, I mean, yeah, I believe cocaine can give you hallucinations. Don't do drugs. How about that? This is sponsored by Dare. Don't do drugs, man. But yeah, the hypocrisy, man. The hypocrisy. That is some hypocrisy doing cocaine. I know a lot of cocaine is laced with bad stuff these days and always. So don't do that. It's always weird to meet vegan people or people who eat organic but then do coke. That's always a strange guy, you know. You're trying to you're like, oh, there's these hormones, drugs, you know, in typical meats, food products, you know, processed foods, but you're gonna snort some processed plant with like gasoline mixed in and all sorts of other stuff. I don't know, man. Went off on a rant, but the Fock Yeah moment was seeing the boys. Shout outs. LaCave. We'll be back there September 30th doing another show. We're taking a few weeks off, but we're back there September 30th. Had a good time with those guys and the homie DJ Camouflage who was there as well. And I have some footage from that night. I'll have to post that soon. But what else? What else is going on in the world? I don't know if I want to dive into Afghanistan. Well, I certainly don't want to dive in. You know, my glasses keep hitting the mic, man. That's how you don't want to send me with my glasses hitting the microphone into Afghanistan. Much love and respect to all the you know, armed forces that have been there, are still there. It's been crazy watching the news. I mean, it's been weird seeing the Taliban on the news. Apologies if I'm saying that wrong. You hear some people saying Taliban. I believe it's Pashto, a Pashto word, if I'm not mistaken. I'm light years ahead of most Americans. I want to meet that guy who's like gonna correct you for like the sort of like guy who's so culturally sensitive that like he's more offended by you mispronouncing the name the Taliban than he is offended by the Taliban and what they do. That's a guy. Maybe that's the Fock Yeah Nation guy. I feel like the Taliban is kind of Fock Yeah Nation, right? That's right. I mean, I think Fock Yeah Nation is like a loose-knit group. But it's been weird to see the Taliban on the news. You know, it's like Rachel Maddow's just like chatting with the Taliban. You know, and where are all the people that you see on social media? People get offended when people have certain guests on certain podcasts, certain TV shows. Like, oh, I can't believe they have this guy. I can't believe Joe Rogan's got Jordan Peterson. You know, where are the guys that are offended by that? They're like, Jordan Peterson's on Joe Rogan? This is horrible, you know? It's like Jordan Peterson's like, you should clean your room. You should not lie. Don't lie and clean your room and take personal responsibility for your actions. That's Jordan Peterson. Basically just like a Canadian Dr. Phil. But the Taliban who, you know, do bad stuff to women, terrorists, you know? Yeah, how do you put the evil of the Taliban in a couple words? I mean, yeah, they do a lot of bad stuff. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. Should people talk to them? I mean, I don't think so, no. But, you know, Vice is going in there Vice is going there, talking to him, interviewing the Taliban. So what's your story? So what's it all about? What's going on? I'm Devin. I picked a name that's basically my name with the D. Hey, what's up? I'm Devin. I'm with Vice News. I'm here in Kabul. I'm here just outside the. Vice is always just outside of the major city. I'm here just outside of Kabul. I'm meeting the Taliban. Whoa, this is weird. This is really weird. Being out here, man. Oh, I just had the best. I don't know. I'm gonna guess what. I don't know about Afghani cuisine. I'd love to. I'd love to know more. I actually would. I was watching some documentaries on Afghanistan. That's like I said earlier. I'm very pro other people's nations, and my heart and my thoughts and sentiments go out to the people of Afghanistan. It's man, yeah. I picked a heavy subject for the Fock Yeah podcast. Oh, I don't know, man. Well, this is like a shorter episode, a solo-sode. I just wanted to get back into it. It's one. I'm not gonna lie. It's 1:45, 1:46. I'm giving you the exact timestamps. 1:46 in the morning, and I'm I'm up late and doing this late. I want to close out on a Fock Yeah moment that I saw. And that Fock Yeah moment was recently I saw this sort of like drummer prodigy, Nandi Bushell. I think she's been drumming since she was like 5 or something crazy. And I first saw her drum along to a Red Hot Chili Pepper song, I think, and she was like screaming too. It was like crazy. And she I don't remember if that was before or after the start of the pandemic, but she's blown up and she's played with like a bunch of big musicians, and it's wild. And so there's this video, Dave Grohl bringing Nandi Bushell up to play with the Foo Fighters. Let's see. Yeah, so there they are. I don't know what. Oh, it's the Forum in LA. Actually, another Fock Yeah moment with my homie Jason. I saw the Misfits play at the Forum, man. Soup's Fock Yeah a couple years ago. The Forum, oh my God, it's a giant venue. It looks packed out. The Foos are playing. Just what a cool thing. And Grohl, he even said at one point, like, yeah, it's been such a crazy year. And Nandi's videos have been like like he said in the video, all this wild stuff is happening, COVID, politics, all this stuff. And one of these drummer videos pops up, and it's heartwarming, And so they play a little bit. There you go. Everlong. And she's wailing, man. I don't even know what the... There you go. That's not an easy beat either. I feel like it... Check it out, man. Super Fock Yeah. I feel like that's kind of a complicated beat. I play a little bit of drums. I actually recently got a new kit, and it's kind of like a disco-y type beat, but played at like a fast-paced rock. You're doing like a roll on the hi-hat and hitting the snare. And so she kills it. I mean, it's like and the crowd's going crazy, and what a cool thing. Very Fock Yeah, major Fock Yeah sequence of moms, and I'm a big Nirvana fan. I honestly have not listened to a ton of Well, I mean, growing up on the radio, you heard, K-Rock, you would hear the Foos, and I like their songs. I like the songs of, Monkey Wrench and Everlong and Big Me. I mean, that was, yeah. I mean, when I was like starting to get into music, I was hearing those songs. I haven't deep dived on the Foos' entire discography, I will say, but I am a big Nirvana fan, and so Grohl is the man, and killer drummer. He's guitar in the Foos, but I'll tell you, that's one thing. Not a lot offends me. There aren't a lot of topics, like if people are, especially with comedy, there's no topic where I'm like, how dare you talk about, whatever. But man, I'll hear these like hipster, snarky comics, these kind of like Silver Lake guys just shitting on Dave Grohl, man, shitting on the Foo Fighters. I don't like it, man. That's my one no-go. That's a no-go zone for me. Don't you dare besmirch Dave Grohl and the Foo Fighters. I don't care. I don't have like a favorite Foo Fighters album. I was listening to their first album, a road trip I went on recently. I listened to the first album, and that was killer. But I sound like such a. I'm being a pretentious dude. The first album's good, but man, I think the story of the Foo Fighters is just so fuck yeah. The Nirvana tragically ends a short-lived career, only like 7 years. And then, so what does Dave Grohl do? He keeps making music. He keeps touring with his buddies, having fun. And these snarky, he did his time playing in Nirvana and a bunch of punk bands. It's like, what is someone supposed to do when just like, keep doing what you love, I don't know. I mean, there's some artists that like, especially in music, I feel, comedy, but especially music, I feel there's certain bands that they only, this New Zealand, this Australian band that only ever put out 1 7-inch, man. They're the only cool band, GG Allin, bro, I only listen to GG Allin, man. He chopped his dick off. And he would defecate on stage. That's cool. Dave Grohl, like making some 10-year-old's dreams come true, and bringing levity, and bringing a bunch of 10,000 people together at the Forum. Lame, dude. That's not punk rock. That's not cool. Bringing people together at a dire moment in American and world human history, not cool, man. The bands that drop a fat deuce on stage, that's the stuff that's the kind of concert, that's the kind of show I want to go to. I want to feel threatened. I don't want to feel like some element of catharsis. I don't know, man. Just at a certain age, you gotta have some fuck yeah, right? You gotta have some fuck yeah in your life. You can't just be all doomer, gloomer, Amy Schumer. I don't know why I shoehorned that in. It only for the rhyme. No hate to. I want to have Amy Schumer on this podcast. Let's get her on. No hate to Amy Schumer at all. I don't know, man. Don't be. Like I feel like the cocaine guy that was trashing me for taking a picture of one of my favorite bands. Like I feel like that guy's like, oh man, the Foo Fighters so lame, dude. They're still a band. They still have fun. They still go out and bring a lot of joy to a lot of people. I don't know. The show must go on, man. That's what I'm all about, and that's what this episode was about. The Fock Yeah Nation podcast must go on. All right, tune in. I'm gonna try to keep putting these out every week, my break. So I appreciate you for listening. I appreciate you. Shout out to all the new listeners, man. Write me an email, like I said, fockyanation@gmail.com. Please subscribe on Patreon. My my Patreon. If you haven't already, $1.69 or $4.20 a month gets you bonus content, my Brontent. I'm the cast man, and this has been, I don't know which episode of the Fock Yeah Nation podcast, but episode 1 of Fock Yeah Nation podcast version 2.0. I'm stretching a little bit. I'm looking back and forth to make sure I'm still in frame and not. Now that guy that told me I took too many pictures has me in my head looking at my playback on the camera. Deuces. Fock yeah, my dirty dogs. I'll see you next time. Fock yeah.